Imagine a place where sunlight has never touched. A realm so remote and so deep beneath the ocean's surface that not a single ray of light has ever managed to reach it. Picture a world where darkness is absolute, where the only illumination comes from the faint, ghostly glow of bioluminescent creatures drifting through the blackness. This is the deep ocean, a place more alien than the surface of the moon, and it holds secrets that challenge everything we thought we knew about life on Earth. Yet something impossible is happening there. In these crushing depths, where the pressure would flatten a submarine and the cold bites deeper than the Arctic, scientists have uncovered a phenomenon that defies our understanding of biology and chemistry. It's as if the rules of life have been rewritten in the ink-black silence of the abyss. Far beneath the waves, in a world colder than ice and darker than night, life has found a way to not just survive, but to thrive. Here, the ocean floor is a landscape of jagged rocks, hydrothermal vents spewing mineral-rich water, and vast plains of silt undisturbed for millennia. It's a place where the familiar rules of sunlight and photosynthesis simply don't apply. Scientists found a strange phenomenon, oxygen being created in complete darkness. This discovery was so unexpected, so contrary to what we've always believed, that it sent shockwaves through the scientific community. For centuries, we thought oxygen could only be produced in the presence of light, through the process of photosynthesis. But here, in the eternal night of the deep sea, something else is at work. We thought oxygen could only be born through photosynthesis. The story we all learned in school goes like this. Plants, algae, and some bacteria use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and glucose. This process, photosynthesis, is the foundation of life as we know it. Without sunlight, we believed there could be no oxygen, and without oxygen, no complex life. Light, plants, algae. These were the ingredients for oxygen, or so we thought. The lush green forests, the swaying kelp beds, the microscopic algae drifting in sunlit shallows, all of them working tirelessly to fill our atmosphere with the oxygen we breathe. It seemed simple, almost elegant, sunlight in, oxygen out. But then, researchers stumbled upon something that defied science. While exploring the most inhospitable corners of the ocean, they detected traces of oxygen in places where no sunlight could ever reach. At first, they thought it must be a mistake. Contamination, perhaps, or a malfunctioning sensor. But the evidence kept piling up, and soon it became clear. Something down there was making oxygen, and it wasn't using sunlight to do it. They discovered ancient microbes, thriving in toxic, oxygenless zones, creating oxygen on their own. These remarkable organisms, some of the oldest forms of life on Earth, have evolved to survive in conditions that would be lethal to almost everything else. In the pitch-black, high-pressure environment of the deep sea, they use a process that doesn't rely on sunlight at all. Instead, they harness the power of chemistry, breaking down compounds like nitrite and water to release oxygen as a byproduct. This process has a name: dark oxygen production, a form of oxygen generation without light, using only chemicals and life itself. It's a kind of biological alchemy, a way for life to create one of its most essential ingredients in the total absence of sunlight. These microbes are like tiny, living factories churning out oxygen in the darkness, sustaining not just themselves but entire ecosystems that depend on their invisible labor. Could this be how oxygen first appeared on Earth, long before trees and sunlight ruled the skies? Billions of years ago, our planet was a very different place. An alien world of volcanic eruptions, toxic seas, and a sky choked with methane and ammonia. There were no forests, no flowers, not even a blade of grass. Yet somehow oxygen began to accumulate in the atmosphere, paving the way for the explosion of complex life. Could dark oxygen production have been the spark that lit the fuse of evolution? And if oxygen can exist here in total darkness, what does that mean for our search for life elsewhere in the universe? If life can find a way to make oxygen without sunlight, then maybe the conditions for life are far more common than we ever imagined. Maybe the universe is teeming with hidden biospheres tucked away in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Could it exist on Mars? The red planet is cold, dry, and bathed in radiation, but beneath its surface there may be pockets of water and chemical energy. If microbes on Earth can make oxygen in the dark, Could similar life forms be lurking beneath the Martian soil, quietly producing oxygen in secret? Europa, or even beyond, Jupiter's moon? Europa is covered in a thick shell of ice, but beneath that frozen crust lies a vast, salty ocean. Scientists believe that hydrothermal vents on Europa's seafloor could provide the energy and chemicals needed for life. If dark oxygen production is possible there, it could mean that Europa's hidden ocean is not just habitable, but alive. And what about Saturn's moon, Enceladus, with its spectacular geysers shooting water vapor into space? Could similar processes be at work beneath its icy surface, creating oxygen in the darkness and fueling alien ecosystems we can only dream of? What else have we missed? The deep ocean is still largely unexplored. More than 80% of it remains a mystery. Every expedition uncovers new species, new chemical processes, and new ways that life has adapted to the most extreme environments on Earth. It's a reminder that our planet is still full of surprises, and that the story of life is far from complete. How much of life is still hidden in the deep? From glowing jellyfish to bizarre armored fish, the deep sea is home to creatures that seem to belong in a science fiction novel. Some of them rely on the oxygen produced by these ancient microbes, forming intricate food webs that exist entirely in the dark. Others have evolved ways to survive with almost no oxygen at all, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Down here, the rules of life are rewritten. Evolution takes strange and wonderful turns in the darkness, giving rise to forms and behaviors that challenge our imagination. The discovery of dark oxygen production is just one example of how life can adapt, innovate, and persist against all odds. It's a testament to the resilience and creativity of living things, and a hint that the universe may be full of surprises waiting to be found. If that blew your mind, subscribe for more mysteries waiting to surface. The ocean's depths are just the beginning. Who knows what other secrets are hidden in the darkness, waiting for us to shine a light. Credits: The Tech Science Explorer.